Hello guys, welcome to our math online classes. Today's topic is going to talk about profit that comes from how to use your money. That means find the percentage of profit or loss based on the cost of something. Okay, we're going to define what is the percentage of profit. Percentage of profit is net profit divided by the cost of something times 100. That's what defines percentage of profit. Let's take this example. See, this calculator was bought at the cost of $40. Okay? And I made business and I got this net profit of $15. So I want to know how much is my percentage of profit. As you can say, if my cost is 40 and my profit is 15, net profit is 15 divided by $40, which costs times 100, is giving me that my percentage of profit is 38%. Well, I made money. Okay, well, but into life you don't have a net profit already calculated. You have to calculate what's happening. Let's say that we have bought this calculator, which price is $40, and I had to use an overhead. Let's see, for shipping these calculators, which I bought, cost me $5. So I had to use a selling price. I sold these calculators in $70. $70. Okay, so I made money. Now I need to calculate my net profit. First, net profit is equal to selling price minus the cost plus the overhead. Okay? Well, my calculator was sold by $70 and my cost was 40 plus my overhead makes $45. So if I use this formula, my cost is 40 plus 5, and this is going to be that we have a $25 of net profit, which is a little bit bigger than the one I had. Okay? Well, I want to know how much is my percentage of profit. My percentage of profit is my net profit divided by my cost, not by my selling price, by my cost. That means that I have to substitute the values. In this case is dollars. $25 was my net profit and my cost was 40. Okay, was 40 times 100 is going to give me my percentage of net profit. If I do all these calculations, my percentage of profit came in 63%. All right? Okay, but sometimes you may make money, that means positive, but what happens if you lose it? If you lose money? Let's see another business. What happened was that I had a second case. I bought this table and it cost me $85. Okay? And I had an overhead of $10. What was my overhead for? My table was a little bit old and needed some work, painting and rushing and things like that. But unfortunately, I just couldn't sell this table. Was sold only by $55. So my cost is bigger than my selling price. I want to calculate how much is my loss. How much is my loss? The loss is equal to the cost minus plus the overhead minus the selling price. Okay? My cost was $85. My overhead was 10, and my selling price was 55. If I do all these calculations, I lost $40. Okay? Because 80 plus 10 makes 95 minus 55, you can easily see that the answer is 40. I need to find the percentage of loss. Percentage of loss, which is given by the loss divided by the cost times 100. Substituting the values, we have $40. And we have the cost, which was 85 times 100. And the answer is that my loss was 47%. Well, I think it's very clear to know that you have to manage all your costs and overheads and the selling price very organized. In that way, you can always get this information. All right, now, since we have calculated all the profit and loss based in the cost, we have to also find the percentage of profit and loss, but now based in the selling price. Remember, there are 2 points of view. When you buy something, you pay. And when you sell something, you make money. And that's the case that we are making money, okay? Let's see. I bought 15 chairs. 15 chairs that cost me $220, okay? And my overhead, because these chairs had to be cleaned and transported, was $15, okay? So my cost and overhead is $235, okay? Well, I sold these 15 chairs by $650. Was it a good business? Let's find out. Okay, so my net profit is calculated by my selling price minus the cost and the overhead. Okay, well, substituting values, we have that the selling price is $650 subtracted by the cost and the overhead, which was 22 plus 15. And this is 235. So doing the subtraction, my net profit becomes $415. All right? Now I can calculate my percentage of profit. My percentage of profit, in this case, is my net profit, which I found. My net profit is $415. And my selling price is $650 times 100. Doing the calculations, my percentage of profit was 64%, which is a very good business, right? Okay, this is case number 1. Well, Sometimes things don't go very well, and you have to face what we call loss. Unfortunately, my new selling price of these 15 chairs, new 15 chairs, was only $150. This is case 2, okay? And this is case 1. Okay, let's do all the calculations. You know that loss is equal to the cost plus the overhead minus the selling price. Because selling price is lower than the cost. Okay, so if we substitute the values, we have that the cost and overhead is $135 minus 150, which was my selling price. So my loss is $85. Now I need to find out how much is the percentage of this loss. Percentage of loss is the same style. It's the loss divided by the selling price. What's the difference between profit and loss? Is that profit is in the numerator because you're making money, and loss is in the denominator when you are losing money. You are not making money. So that means that you're losing money here, and here you are making money. So substituting values, what we have is basically our loss, which was $85, and my selling price, which unfortunately was $150, times 100. Doing the calculations, my percentage of loss is 57%. Well, in this way, if you're making business, it's very important to know if you're making money or losing money. And this is the way that you have to find out how much profitable is your business or not. Well, I hope you understood this lesson, and I hope to see you next time in the next class. God bless you, and see you next week. Have a good day.